Today we will show you our recipe how we cook chili oyster noodle soup.
It is called Orh Ah Mee Sua in Hokkein.
It is a very simple dish to make that needs only a few ingredients. Before we start cooking, a little story. Oyster noodle soup is not a common dish in my town. In fact, we have never even heard of it until we visited Francis' stepsister who lives in the outskirts of Longhai city, Fujian, China a few years ago.
做咩就买假鸡？
我知啊，哇！
鸡，无去买了鸡。
这个嘛，做这无来呢，我东西我无看，我知我无看。
这个完是这个完是假，伊爱这个完是。
This village thrives on vegetable farming and commercial breeding of seashells such as clams, mussels, and oysters. We had a chance to taste Orh Ah Mee Sua for the first time there, and it was delicious. Since leaving the village, we have never forgotten that tasty dish. Many years forward, we decided to cook up oyster noodle soup with some spicy twists. Finding oysters in our town is not easy. Although our city is famous for its seafood, oysters, it seems, was not one of them. After a few stops, we finally found these frozen Japanese imported oysters, costing us a bomb. This is mee sua, a type of wheat vermicelli. Mee sua is a very delicate noodle that breaks easily. It cooks less than 2 minutes in boiling water. It also oozes out a lot of starch as the cooked noodles sits longer in the soup broth. Let's start by coating our oysters with some tapioca flour or potato flour. This process helps to seal in those oyster briny juices, so do not skip this step. Now we give these tapioca coated oysters a quick dip in hot boiling water for a minute. Then put these tender cooked morsels aside as we quickly blanch some green vegetables. We add some oil to the wok. Fry 3 garlic and 2 shallots chopped into tiny pieces until brown. Now we add the twist, our special homemade garlic chili oil. This will bring out an insane flavor to the soup. Click the link above if you want our garlic chili oil recipe. Add 1 liter of water, sugar and pepper, 2 teaspoons of chicken stock powder. Put in the mee sua to the required portion that you will be serving. Mee sua will cook less than 2 minutes, and the starch from the noodles will thicken the soup naturally. If you want the soup to be thicker, then add cornstarch slurry, a mixture of water and cornflour. We add some cornstarch slurry to our soup because we want the broth to be thicker. This step is optional. Mix in the blanched vegetable into the soup. Scoop the noodles into a bowl. You can mix the oyster into the noodle soup or place them one by one on top of your noodle soup if you want it to be more presentable. Our delicious chili oyster noodle soup is ready to be eaten. Thanks for watching.